Hi everybody and welcome to the Matrix Fitness Live workout. It's our last workout of today. It's 5 o'clock coming up and we are going to take you through our workout. So what we've got prepared for you today is a 3-round workout. Each round we will do twice, that way then you can feel familiar with the exercises and then you can push yourself a little bit more if you'd like to. As we take you through each round of exercises, there is no jumping needed today. So if you would like to add in a little bit of a dynamic movement, or some progressions, then you're more welcome to. I'll guide you through when to start to push yourself a little bit more if you'd like to. But today we're focusing on core strength and upper body strength as well. We do have some lower body exercises in there, so it's a rounded workout, but there is no jumping around with cardiovascular. So look out for Thursday, where we will complement today's workout with a little bit more cardiovascular focus as well. So this is a conditioning workout. You just need a little bit of a space. I've got a mat nearby me, ready to use, so I can be a little bit more comfortable when I'm on the floor. And our second and third round up is going to be predominantly floor-based today as well. So I'll do every single repetition with you, so just get yourselves ready. Let's begin with a little warm-up and go from there. So just start to bring your arms into a nice open position, starting to reach out from side to side, and just starting to create a little bit of mobility in your shoulder. Good. Get that turned on as well. And during that mobility movement, all we're looking to do is to stretch through the shoulder and to create a little bit of movement there. Now what I want you to do is just to start to rotate with your arms around from shoulder height. So just start to pivot from side to side, just creating a little bit of a rotation for your ankles, all the way through your hips as well, just so you can maintain a little bit of mobility through these joints before we start to work them. Okay, now next up what we're going to do is we're going to start to bring some blood into the major muscles here. So we're going to just lower your hips down towards your heels into a squat. And as you start to lower yourself down, just progressively build yourself a little bit deeper if you feel comfortable to do so. Now there's no rushing speed, we've got a nice long warm up just so we can ease you into the movement. So try and keep your back straight, lowering your hips down towards your heels, then bring yourself all the way up into the standing tall position. Will just help to get your body moving and also to get some blood pumping into the areas where you're going to be working those muscles as well. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a step back lunge. So creating a little bit of space behind you. Take a large step, lower the back knee down towards the floor, and then step yourself tall, and alternate that from one side to the other. And what I want you to do is, when you're taking this large step back, is I want you to make sure that your weight is equal from one side to the other as well. So making sure that your weight is equal to both feet, so down that low position, you can hold that position as you're working the muscles, but at the same time, you can feel completely balanced when you lower yourself into that position. Now this will start to free up your hips a little bit more. One of the first exercises we're going to be doing, in fact the second one in total, is going to be these reverse lunges. But we're going to do them a little bit quicker. So just taking yourself into this movement, maintaining that quality, and at the same time that depth of range as well. And then we'll start to speed it up during the actual workout as well. Okay, just loosen your body up for me. Now this one, what we're going to do is just get your heart rate up a little bit more. So take an imaginary skipping rope, and just start to jump the rope for me. This will just start to get your heart rates up and also just help to prepare you for a little bit more of the fitness work that we're going to be doing. So as you're doing this one, you're going to start to get a bit of agility into the ankles. Start to get your heart rates up, and we can take the feet from the side to side jump here. So bring your feet together, just pushing off the floor. Imagine you're still jumping this skipping rope, but at the same time, just pushing off the floor a little bit quicker. This will also start to wake up the feet a little bit more. Now one of the moves that we're going to do today is a bit of balance work as well. So during that balance work, we're going to help you to prepare for that by just getting your feet moving a little bit more. Now just scissor the legs forwards and backwards for me. And the idea behind this one is again, just pushing you off from one foot to the other. And as we go through that balance exercise coming up in the first round, this is where getting all your muscles prepared and getting all your nerves ready for the workout will just help you keep your balance a little bit more as well. I will give you an option if balance is your strength. I'll give you the option just to maintain your form a little bit as well, so you'll be fine. Okay, just loosen up the body. Let's take you into a fighting stance. We're going to jab, cross, jab. We're going to jump 180 degrees, jab, cross, jab. Now as you start to throw these punches, I want you to pivot off your feet, keeping your hands right next to your head and maintaining a nice dynamic shoulder position so you can start to drive this movement. And that way, you'll start to warm up with the upper body And at the same time, prepare yourself, because we do have some strength work for the upper body to do. We've got them in the form of press-ups, we've got mountain climbers, and we've got some bear crawls as well. So we've got some nice upper body exercises to help you get your fitness up a little bit more. Good. Okay, last one, so shake it out. Let's just get your feet over to one side, reach your arms high. Now drive your knees into a dynamic position. This is going to just start to prepare your body, reach over to the opposite side for some of the larger movements we've got coming up. But at the same time, starting to prepare your hips for flexion and extension, which is what we're going to be doing as we start to go into some of these movements as well. So the last couple on either side. Good, and over to the opposite side to finish with. Good, okay, just loosen that body up. Okay, 30 seconds before we start our first exercise, and let me just show you what that first one's going to do. It's called a thruster. You're going to place your hands down on the floor, and what you're going to do is you're going to jump out, jump in, and then I just want you to stand up so your back is straight. Okay, it's time in 15 seconds, so here we go again, just showing you. Jump out, jump in, and I want you to bring your back to be straight. Now, if you want to stand up, you can do, but at the same time, you don't need to at all. Just getting your back straight is the goal here. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds recovery, and we'll go through 3 exercises as I'll introduce them to you. Come on down, let's get going. 45 seconds of work. Put your hands onto the floor, jump your legs out, jump them in, and then bring yourself up that deep squat position. If you can stay down low, that'd be great. We're just looking for your back to be straight. If you need to stand yourself up a little bit more, that's absolutely fine. So you've got the options. We will do these exercises twice. If you would like to add in a press up, you can do. If you want to jump up in the air and turn it into a full burpee, again you can do. We've got just over 5 seconds left to go. So you've got the option to make this a little bit more of a difficult workout if you would like to. Okay, shake down. So reverse lunges next. I'm going to stay sideways so you can see the technique. Large step back, back knee down towards the floor, step back up tall. 45 seconds work, 15 seconds recovery, and then we'll move into our third exercise as well. Let's get going. So alternating the legs here. And again, think about the exercise we did in the warm-up. Large step backwards, keeping your weight equal between both feet, and just maintaining a nice steady action here. You don't need to rush it. If you would like to make this exercise harder, feel free to jump from one position into the other. You don't have to step up if you don't want to. You can take this into a jumping lunge quite easily and just push your fitness that way a little bit more as well. So I'm going to give you the options today. And I'm going to stay with you on the low impact options. If you would like to take this exercise to a higher level in jumping positions. Okay, check it out. Let me show you the next one. It's a single leg balancing deadlift. Reach down towards the floor, leg comes up behind you, bring yourself back up. And we'll just keep those movements going. One leg this time, we'll do the opposite leg on the other time, okay? Let's get going. 45 seconds, reach down, bring yourself back up. Tap the floor if you feel like you need to. If you can do it on one leg and maintain that balance, that's great. I want your feet to start to feel this little bit of instability. You might start to feel that your ankle has to start to work to maintain that balance. It's very rare that we actually take time to work on stability as a form of exercise. So take your time here. If that means that you're not touching the floor and you're just going down to rest onto the knee, then that's absolutely fine. Just keep going on this single leg. Good. Just over 5 seconds to go. We've got one more in from now. Good. Okay, shake it all out. Okay, so that's one leg done. We'll do the opposite on the other side. So now we go through those three exercises again. We've got thrusters, reverse lunges, and then the opposite leg, doing that single leg deadlift as well. Let's take it down to the floor, hands onto the floor, jump out, jump in, straighten your spine. Let's get moving. 45 seconds of work, making sure you straighten that spine in between each time. That could be down in a low squat, or it could be in a higher position if you wanted to. Remember the option of adding in a jump at the top into a burpee is there if you would like it to be. I'm just going to stick with this low impact option today, but you can take yourself into that full burpee if you want to, keeping your back straight every single time. That's what we're looking for. Good. The last 10 seconds of work to go. Then we'll take those reverse lunges. Last one here. And good. Give it a little shake. Okay, reverse lunges. Exactly the same as what we did last time. We've done them in the warm-up. We've done them in the first round of these movements. So taking a large step, then lowering the back knee down towards the floor, and then step up, alternating the legs. Let's get moving. 45 seconds of work. Keep that height in your chest. Try and think about something right in front of you. It might be your monitor or your computer or your phone, or equally, might be a mirror or maybe a bit of your glass panels, so you can see yourself in your patio door. But what you're looking for is just to try and maintain something in front of you. Could be a picture where you can keep your eyes in contact with it, and that will help your balance in this exercise, but also in that single leg deadlift as well. So maintain that form, keep control. Remember, the option is turning this into a jumping lunge if you'd like to. You've got just over 5 seconds to go. And relax there. Okay, shake that. Single leg deadlift on this one. Pick a point in front of you. Reach down towards the floor. Touch the floor if you can. Bring your foot back. You can tap the floor if you would like to. Okay, starting in 3, 2, off we go. If the foot needs to touch the floor, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry too much about the depth that you go. Just get used to leaning forwards. You'll see that your back leg extends behind you. This will allow you to counterbalance your body weight. So as your head goes forwards, your heel has to lower yourself. And that will maintain your nice straight spine as you lower yourself down and bring yourself back up as well. So just feel that work coming into the foot where it's starting to stabilize and challenge you. Just over 10 seconds left to go. Maintaining that form. Good work, good work. Hang in there. Okay, shake it out. Just grab a mat if you've got one nearby you. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it down to the floor. All the next exercises are based down on the floor. First one, we're going to have a look at the mountain climber. So it's taking a press-up position, hands underneath your shoulders, up into that press-up position, and just walk your knees in and out. You're just trying to maintain control here. I don't need you to run, I don't want you to go fast. I want a slow movement, so you're working on the plank. I want you to think about pulling your shoulder blades back and down and squeezing your shoulder blades together. Think about that slow, controlled movement, minimal shift from side to side. So I don't want your hips rocking from one place to the other. We'll talk about that again when we do the bear pulls in the last exercise. So just trying to maintain your hips being level with the floor. Slow, controlled movement. Make this simple exercise hard because you're working the muscles. So think about fully extending your leg, squeezing your quads and your glutes as you extend them. Okay, let's take on to a side plank. So elbow underneath your shoulder. Stack your feet upon each other. We're going to hold up into a side plank position. What we're going to do is we're going to lift your hips as you rotate under and then come back into that body weight position. Let's go. Lift your hips up. Reach your hand underneath your ribs. Let your shoulder rotate to the floor. Now we're going to be doing this for about 20 seconds. Then we're going to stop, a quick transition to the opposite side, and then return back to this position. Okay, quick transition over to the opposite side. Back up into that side plank position. Lift your hips as you rotate under your ribs. So allowing your front shoulder to go all the way over. Rotating them, just bring yourself back up to this T position. Good. Last one. And relax down there. Okay, lie down on your back or your head, your spine, your shoulders, and your hands in contact with the floor. We're going to bring your feet together. Now what I want you to do is take one foot off the floor, and I want you to extend up through your hips. So dig the heel into the floor, and this single leg hip thrust, we're going to do the same leg for the whole 45 seconds. That means when we come around to do these exercises for the second time, you're going to do your opposite legs. Just be mindful about which leg you're doing, and I want you to fully extend your hips. So as your mind starts to wander a little bit, bring the focus back to fully extending that hip, pushing your hip up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Full extension of that hip if you can, and then lower your hips back down again. Just over 10 seconds to go. Think about pushing that heel into the floor. I love doing this exercise, especially for people who are having lower back problems. It's a really good exercise for connecting up all the muscles around the lower back. Okay, now what I want you to do is turn yourself over. We've got mountain climbers again. So hands underneath your shoulders. Get yourselves ready for a press-up position, starting in 5. And then again, we're going to walk the heels in and out. Let's get ready. Start to bring your shoulder blades close together again. Nice steady movement. Don't rush it too much. I want that stepping action. So I want you working through your upper body, especially through the chest and the shoulders. I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together so you can start to bring some of the back muscles into work. And then just that slow, steady march. I don't want your hips going high. I want you to maintain control. Hips are going to be level with the floor. Keep your eyes looking down at an imaginary line between your fingertips, or alternatively at the top of your mat. As long as your head is down and it's not looking towards your toes, or looking up in some of you, you're doing a great job. Okay, last 4, 3, 2, and lower yourself down. Let's get ready for a side plank again. Feet stacked upon each other, elbow underneath the shoulder. We're going to hold up into a strong side plank position, and then pike the hips up as you reach underneath your ribs. In 3, 2, 1, hold up, and then reach underneath. Return back to that side lying position. So allow your eyes and your shoulders to rotate under, and then bring yourself back up to that strong finish position again. Remember, on this one, it's 20 seconds each side, with a 5-second transition in the middle. That starts from now. So quick pivot over to the opposite side, stack the heels again, back up, and then pike your hips up as you reach under. Good. Be strong as you push your elbow into the floor. Lift those hips high. There's 5 seconds to go. And relax there. Okay, lie yourself down onto your backs again. Remember which leg we did. We're going to be doing those single leg hip extensions again. So hands, head, and shoulders all in contact with the floor. And we're going to lift one foot up off the floor. And this one, and then push through your hips. So fully extending that hip high. Think about pushing down through the heels so you start to work your calf, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back all at the same time. This non-impact workout is going to still be good for strengthening, especially on these unilateral movements. So that means using one arm or one leg at a time. So you can start to work on some of these weaknesses. And then this Thursday, we're going to try and push your fitness a little bit more. You probably still feel your heart rate is up slightly, even though you're doing these lying down exercises. It's purely because you're starting to work a large amount of muscle at the same time. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to keep you lying down on your back. We're going to do an exercise called a V-sit. So the goal here is to keep the arms and your legs as long as you can. Exhale as you reach up high. Inhale as you lower yourself back down. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Shoulders coming off the floor into this long V-sit. Now, if that is too much for you, that's not a problem. Bring your knees and elbows together and then lower yourself down. So you're in control as to how much leverage you're going to use. The longer your body, the harder the workout's going to be. But if you can, breathe out as you reach up towards your toes. Inhale as you lower yourself back down. And try to maintain control as you lower yourself back down towards the floor. 15 seconds to go. Good. Exhale as you reach up. Inhale as you lower yourself back down. Try to maintain control. And relax there. Okay, over onto your front into a press-up position. Now I'm going to show you a press-up on your knees. And then what we're going to do is you're going to come up into that T position up onto your hand if you can. Okay? If you want a further progression, then go on your toes. And then do another press up and move to the opposite side. So you've got the option of doing it on your knees or your feet. Each time though, you're going to come up onto the toes when you come into that T position. Push yourself up, hold that strong T, and then back to the centre. Now you will start to have your feet pivoting on the floor, which means that you are going to start to move away from where you were, which is absolutely fine. It's completely normal. So at different times, just readjust where your feet are, then you can get yourself back in position. Okay, now the next exercise is going to be a bear crawl. We're going to use a little bit of distance. If you haven't got much distance, then just move forwards and backwards. But just try to keep your hands low on the floor and your knees off if you can. So tuck your toes under, lift the knees slightly off the floor, opposite hand, opposite leg, step forwards, and alternate those. And then push through your hands as you travel backwards as well. And you try and keep your back straight. So remember in that first round of doing mountain climbers, I said to you not to allow your hips to shift too much. Think about the same action now. If there was a tray of drinks on your back, try not to let those drinks fall off. You're trying to maintain control. And keep pushing through your hands as you make that exercise challenging. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep control, keep it steady. Push yourself through. And relax there. Okay, lie yourself down onto your back again. We're going to do the V6. So again, arms and legs out long. And you're going to reach up into that V6 position. You've got just over 5 seconds to start with. So watch that first one. Exhale as you reach up. Inhale as you lower yourself back down. Options are knees to elbows. Let's get moving. This is your easy option. Knees towards elbows. If you can, try and lengthen the body and reach the whole body up tall. Then lower yourself back down. Exhale as you reach up. Inhale as you lower down. Think about blowing towards your toes. And inhaling as you control that motion downwards. Good. Keep long and strong. Good. Last 10 seconds of work to go. Keep the length of the body if you can. Keep the control. Even when you feel like you just want to collapse, try and control it. And relax there. Let's turn you over onto your front. We've got those rotational press-ups. That T press-up as it's called sometimes. And again, these can be done on your knees or on your toes. So hands underneath your shoulders. Lower your hips, chest and chin to the floor. Push yourself completely off the floor. Then come up into that T position. Let's get moving. 45 seconds have started. Reach up to the opposite side. Keep control. If you want to do these quicker than me, that's absolutely fine. You work with whatever level of intensity you can. Full press up. Off the toes and then extend yourself back up. Bring your hand down, readjust the feet if you need to. Then over to your opposite side. Good work. Keep a big, strong movement so the whole body moves off the floor at the same time. And relax there. Let's get ready for your bear crawl. So creating a little bit of space. Again, you can travel as far as you want to. This is our last exercise, so as further you go, sometimes it can be easier crawling forwards than it can be going backwards. So think about that when you start to move. Knees up, even though they're just underneath the hips, let's bring opposite arm and opposite leg starting to move now. And you just start to push through the hands against the floor as you start to move backwards. Try to keep a tray of drinks equal on your back. Minimal shift from side to side for your hips. Try and keep control. Be strong for the arms here. Keep working. Good work. Last 10 seconds of work to go. And relax there. Okay, let's keep you in a kneeling position just to take you through some stretches. So you can just rest yourself. If you want to stand up, feel free to. Loosen up through the arms. What you do is to bring your hands together, push your elbows, and then your hands wide. So you're creating this large circle out in front of you, and try and spread out your arms, your elbows, and shoulders. So that circle feels like it's getting bigger. Good. Now, linking those fingers together, keep them up above the head, and give yourself a side bend here. So lowering over to one side, try not to let yourself roll forwards. You want to keep a nice side bend here, so your spine stays neutral, but flex those to the side. So keeping it in a straight line and not going forwards. Just over to the side. Bring yourself back to the centre. Hands come behind you, just behind your lower back. What I want you to do is I want you to lift your chin and chest forward. See if you can take your hands a little further away from the lower part of your back, just so you get a stretch through the chest and through the shoulders. Just loosen yourself up here. Reach one hand across your thigh, turn your head over to the side, and think about lowering your ear down towards the shoulder. You start to feel a little bit of stretch coming through the neck, and you work the way across your torso as well. And over to the opposite side. You can put your hand in the small of your back, so just that little bend, just to help give you a little bit more rotation if you like to. Okay, come back to the centre here, just loosen yourself up there. Let's take yourself into a quad stretch, so just taking one foot into the palm of your hand, so just take yourself into a lounging position here. Push the foot into the palm of your hands, just so you get a deep stretch through the quads. Excellent. Let's swap the legs over to the opposite side. Opposite hand, holding the opposite leg. Push the foot into the palm of your hand so you feel that slightly bigger stretch through your quad. Big thigh muscles work hard. Okay, now bring your feet together. And what I want you to do is just hold on to where your feet are and allow yourself with every breath to allow your knees to lower down towards the floor. Now, if you want to have a little rock from side to side, just to create a little bit of an overstretch there, that's fine. But just when you're ready, just settle into a stretch and allow your muscles to relax and see if that stretch can just deepen a little bit further, making sure it's still comfortable, just not having any pain at all. Okay, let's slowly bring yourself up to a standing position. Roll up to your spine, bring your chin and chest up toward it. Thanks very much. My name's Matt. I hope you enjoyed this Matrix Fitness live workout. We'll be back on Thursday. On Thursday, we're going to try and challenge your fitness a little bit more. So today we've worked on some strength exercises. You can always watch these videos back, and we'll see you on Thursday, 7:45 in the morning, 12 o'clock noon, and also 5 o'clock in the evening as well. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.